Okay. So the Lovers in reverse. This was fated. Or they thought they were fated. Because in the rest of the deck, this guy is fate. It's actually the prince in disguise. And crystal balls could be important. Because there seems to be some, orbs even. Maybe orbs mean something to somebody. I actually held this before I started this read. I grounded with this. And sometimes ooh, oh, I'm so sorry, baby. Ooh, and I'm sorry for your ears. Sometimes I ground with this. Oh, that's going to be awful in the video. I do apologize. So, somebody dropped the ball because I just dropped the ball. Somebody dropped the ball. Oh my gosh. And that was so jarring too. So it was very jarring. So this world reverse, this game of am I lying? Am I telling the truth? Who's who is a trap. There's like spikes in this labyrinth. There's soldiers in there, but from this perspective it looks very prickly. And the King of Cups in reverse, again, somebody emotionally manipulative. I don't know. They got a brain full of trash. I don't know. They're just trash. Somebody's throwing a dead fish into this. See the dead fish? This is like empty-headed. Or empty emotionally, empty. Well, of course they're emotionally manipulative. The King of Cups, in traditional tarot is emotionally manipulative. In this case, maybe somebody is just emotionally empty. Maybe they're not necessarily manipulative, but and the dead fish could be dead opportunities. I don't know. But again, the Knight of Swords, the key is the white flag. Okay, well, tell us about this key and this King of Pots and this Queen of Pots in reverse. Wow. Okay. So there's a couple. Is that the couple that broke up? Ace of Pots in reverse. There's no love. Okay. So this is because there's no love. There's no love in a situation. The Ace of Pots is like the ultimate love. It's empty. There's no love. There's no soup, man. There's no... See the baby carrots? There's no love, man. There's no love. And I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm actually laughing at the picture. But, so that obviously could be why there was a breakup. Because there's no love between that couple. And that's, again, the Queen of Pots in reverse is just as manipulative as the King of Pots. Somebody could be a chef. In the upright, she's cooking. She's got a little something up her sleeve. She could be putting something in somebody's food. There's a dice on the floor. They're rolling the dice. Somebody could be doing witchcraft in this situation. I don't know. Definitely looks like somebody's putting something in somebody's food. See the salt shaker up her sleeve? Again, nothing in a read is non-important. It's all important. The Hierophant. That fell on top of the Chariot. So a loyal, courageous grumpy old shit is headed towards the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Junk. It's funny in the movie because he's running around spraying fairies, but he's spraying them because they're little shitheads. The Hierophant. So this is... It could be a marriage. It could be institutional support. You know, I've listened to. It could be... I feel it's some kind of leader. The leader of something. A groundskeeper could be important. It could be a groundskeeper. I don't know, but like a leader, if it is, you know, like a groundskeeper, it's like a groundskeeper of a giant estate, or some kind of leader who is loyal, extremely loyal and protective of this Queen of Pentacles. And I don't know what that has to do with this Empress's communication. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody feels out in the cold. That fell on top of Judgment. So maybe the Queen of Pentacles fell out in the cold. The Emperor just flew out. The Sun flew out on top of the Empress. So somebody has a child. The Emperor's here. So we've got the King and Queen. There's 2 couples. King and Queen of Cups in reverse. The Emperor and the Empress. 2 of Cups. This is probably going to take a minute. 4 of Feathers. 6 of Feathers. Okay, somebody's moving away after they rest. There's no love here again. Okay, so so this could be between the Emperor and the Empress, because that's what I was clarifying. So there's no love between either one of these. Even though this is in the upright, that cup is empty. That jar is empty, and this one is closed, which means somebody has no emotion for the situation or no love, and somebody else has closed themselves off. Probably out of protection. So, even though this couple is in the upright, there's a child involved. He's so cute. Oh my God. And I really do, you know, I get manipulation of a child usually, well, depending on where this card falls out. But in this particular situation, I get a strong protective vibe. So... maybe somebody wants to call a truce to protect a child. Or to protect children. I'm getting a really strong ringing in my right ear, so that could be it. Somebody wants to call a truce to protect the children. But I almost feel an ominous... like using a child as a... like a... chess piece, like a... but I also get protective off this, so maybe it is a little of both. This Empress is not messing around when it comes to her kid. Okay, that's what I'm getting off that. And Dad is over here solo, resting before he moves away. Okay, so that did fall on top of the Emperor, so I have to assume he's the one that's going to lead. 6 of Swords. What time is it? I'll do one more, part 3, and then we'll wrap it up. I'll be right back.